Imagine waking up every morning with a pit in your stomach, feeling like something is off, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Maybe it's the racing heart, the shallow breathing, or the constant restlessness that feels like it's lurking just beneath the surface. You tell yourself to just relax, but no matter how hard you try, it doesn't seem to work. You might think this is just stress or nerves. But what if I told you that these sensations could be linked to something more powerful, more persistent? What if these were the very signs of anxiety, a condition that millions struggle with, often without even realizing it? In today's video, we are going to uncover what anxiety really feels like. We'll break down the symptoms, how they manifest in your body and mind, and most importantly, how you can overcome it daily. If you've ever wondered whether your experience is normal, or if you're looking for ways to regain control over your mind and body, this video is for you. But before we dive deeper, take a moment to consider this. What if you could start today to reclaim your peace of mind? Stick with us till the end, because we're going to give you powerful insights that could change how you feel tomorrow. What is anxiety? To fully understand the symptoms of anxiety, it's important to first define what anxiety truly is. Anxiety is not just worrying or feeling nervous. It's a persistent and overwhelming feeling of unease that can affect both the mind and body. Anxiety isn't just a passing emotion. It's a physiological response, an instinctive reaction that your body has evolved to protect you from danger. Think of it as your fight or flight response being triggered, even when there's no immediate danger in sight. While occasional stress or anxiety is natural, constant or excessive anxiety can be debilitating. It leads to what's called generalized anxiety disorder, GAD, a condition that affects millions worldwide. So, how do you know if you're experiencing anxiety, and how can you recognize it when it occurs? Well, let's take a closer look at the symptoms. Physical symptoms. Anxiety doesn't just sit quietly in the mind. It has a profound effect on your body. Here are some common physical symptoms. 1. Increased heart rate. One of the hallmark symptoms of anxiety is a rapid heartbeat. This happens because your body is preparing to fight or run from danger. Your heart races, and you may feel a sense of tightness in your chest, as though you can't catch your breath. 2. Shortness of breath. Speaking of breathing, anxiety often makes you feel like you can't get enough air. Your breathing becomes shallow, which can cause dizziness or lightheadedness. You may even start to hyperventilate, increasing your sense of panic. 3. Muscle tension and restlessness. Ever felt like you couldn't sit still? Anxiety can make your muscles tense up, especially in your neck, shoulders, and back. This restlessness can lead to discomfort and even pain. You may feel like you have to constantly move, pace around, or shift positions. 4. Sweating and hot flashes. Anxiety can trigger sweating, even in cooler environments. Your body thinks it's in danger and sweats to prepare for what might happen. Some people also experience hot flashes or sudden chills, adding to the discomfort. 5. Nausea or stomach problems. The gut and brain are closely linked. Anxiety can lead to stomach upset, nausea, or even digestive issues like diarrhea. It can feel as though your stomach is in knots, and you might even lose your appetite. Mental symptoms. While the physical effects of anxiety are often the most noticeable, the mental symptoms can be just as distressing. 1. Constant worrying. Perhaps the most defining symptom is the constant worry that something bad is going to happen. You might not be able to control these thoughts, even when there's no rational reason for concern. This worry can overwhelm your ability to think clearly or make decisions. 2. Irrational fears. Anxiety often manifests as irrational fears, things that seem far-fetched or unlikely, but feel very real in the moment. You might experience a fear of losing control, a fear of social situations, or even a fear of physical illness that seems exaggerated. 3. Difficulty concentrating. Anxiety often makes it difficult to focus. Your mind may constantly race, jumping from one worry to the next. It's hard to stay present because your thoughts are always somewhere else, leaving you feeling mentally exhausted. 4. Sense of impending doom. For some people, anxiety creates an overwhelming sense of dread or impending doom. It's like you're waiting for something terrible to happen, but you don't know what it is. It's a constant feeling that something bad is just around the corner. Behavioral symptoms. Anxiety doesn't only affect your physical and mental state, it can also impact your behavior. 1. Avoidance. Many people with anxiety begin avoiding certain situations that trigger their anxiety. This might include social gatherings, public speaking, or even going to work. Over time, avoidance can restrict your life and prevent you from engaging in important activities. 2. Sleep problems. Anxiety can wreak havoc on your sleep. Whether it's trouble falling asleep or waking up in the middle of the night, anxiety disrupts your ability to rest. You might lie awake, worrying about everything from the past to the future, unable to relax. 3. Overthinking. People with anxiety often spend hours thinking about a situation, replaying conversations, or imagining worst-case scenarios. This overthinking can lead to a sense of paralysis, where you feel too overwhelmed to take action. 4. Procrastination. Feeling overwhelmed or paralyzed by anxiety can also lead to procrastination. You might delay tasks or avoid making decisions because the pressure of getting things right feels too overwhelming. Why does anxiety happen? Now that we've covered the symptoms, let's take a step back and ask, why does anxiety happen in the first place? Understanding the root causes of anxiety is critical in learning how to overcome it. Anxiety doesn't have a single cause. It's often a combination of factors. Genetics, your environment, past trauma, and even your lifestyle all contribute to how you experience anxiety. Genetics. Research shows that anxiety can run in families, suggesting a genetic link. If you have family members with anxiety or other mental health conditions, you might be more prone to experiencing it as well. Trauma. Experiences like childhood abuse, neglect, or other traumatic events can trigger anxiety. Your brain may associate certain situations or places with danger, even if there's no immediate threat. Brain chemistry. Anxiety can also be linked to imbalances in brain chemicals, like serotonin or dopamine, which regulate mood. Disruptions in these chemicals can contribute to feelings of anxiety. Stress. Chronic stress from work, relationships, or other life pressures can contribute to anxiety. Your body can only handle so much stress before it begins to affect your mental and physical health. What can you do about it? In the second half of this video, we'll cover practical ways to overcome anxiety daily. These strategies will help you manage symptoms, regain control over your thoughts, and ultimately, find peace of mind. If you've made it this far, you now understand what anxiety feels like and why it happens. But knowing the symptoms is just the beginning. In the next section, we'll dive into powerful tools and strategies that can help you tackle anxiety head-on. Stay with us, because we're about to share life-changing insights that will help you feel empowered and in control every single day. How to overcome anxiety. Daily understanding the power of your mind. If you're living with anxiety, you know that your mind can often feel like a battleground. Thoughts spiral, fears multiply, and your emotions feel out of control. But here's the truth. You can take charge of your mind. The key is to understand the relationship between your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Your thoughts are incredibly powerful. They shape your perceptions, reactions, and even your physical health. One of the first steps in overcoming anxiety is to recognize how your thoughts are influencing your emotions. When you find yourself spiraling into anxiety, stop and ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? For instance, if you're about to walk into a social situation and your heart races, you might be thinking, I'm going to embarrass myself, or everyone will judge me. These thoughts trigger your body's stress response. But if you challenge these thoughts, perhaps by reminding yourself that people are usually focused on themselves, not on you, you can interrupt the cycle of anxiety. This process is known as cognitive restructuring, a psychological tool that helps you reframe negative thoughts. The goal is not to suppress anxiety, but to shift your mindset so that your thoughts no longer control your feelings. Breathing techniques. When anxiety strikes, one of the quickest ways to regain control is through your breath. Your breath is directly linked to your nervous system. By slowing your breathing, you can calm your body and lower your stress levels. This technique is often used by those dealing with panic attacks or overwhelming anxiety. Try this simple exercise the next time you feel anxious. 1. Find a quiet space and sit or lie down in a comfortable position. 2. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4, allowing your lungs to fill with air and your belly to expand. 3. Hold the breath for a count of 4. 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6, allowing all the air to leave your lungs. 5. Repeat this process for a few minutes until you feel your heart rate slow and your body begin to relax. This technique, known as diaphragmatic breathing, sends a signal to your brain that you're safe. It reduces the body's fight or flight response, helping you regain control when anxiety is overwhelming. Mindfulness and meditation. Anxiety often thrives when we are caught up in our thoughts about the past or future. The future feels uncertain, and the past may hold regrets. Mindfulness, which involves staying fully present in the moment, is a powerful antidote to anxiety. When you practice mindfulness, you train your brain to focus on what's happening right now, not on what could go wrong. Meditation is a key component of mindfulness. By dedicating just 10 to 15 minutes a day to meditation, you can rewire your brain to respond more calmly to stress. Here's how you can practice. 1. Sit in a comfortable position with your eyes closed. 2. Focus on your breath. noticing the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. 3. When your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your breath without judgment. It's natural for thoughts to come and go. 4. As you get more experienced, you can start to focus on sensations in your body, sounds around you, or even loving kindness phrases like, "May I be calm," "May I be happy." Meditation is about observing your thoughts without becoming consumed by them. It teaches you to create space between you and your anxiety, allowing you to respond with clarity and calm rather than reacting impulsively. Exercise and physical activity. One of the most effective ways to reduce anxiety is by engaging in regular physical activity. Exercise boosts the production of endorphins, the brain's feel-good chemicals, and helps you feel more relaxed and energized. It doesn't have to be an intense workout. Just regular movement can have a significant impact on your anxiety levels. Here are some ways exercise can help. Releases tension. Physical activity helps relieve the physical tension caused by anxiety, such as tight muscles or a racing heart. Improves sleep. Regular exercise helps improve your sleep quality, which can be greatly affected by anxiety. Boosts self-esteem. Exercise helps you feel more in control of your body, and this sense of accomplishment can boost your confidence and mood. Provides a healthy distraction. Exercise gives you something to focus on besides your anxious thoughts. Whether it's yoga, running, or dancing, moving your body takes you out of your head. You don't have to run a marathon to experience these benefits. A brisk walk, a swim, or even a short yoga session can do wonders for your mental health. Diet and nutrition. What you eat plays a critical role in how you feel. Anxiety is often linked to blood sugar imbalances, low levels of important vitamins and minerals, and even dehydration. By adjusting your diet, you can reduce the impact of anxiety and help stabilize your mood. Here are a few dietary tips to support your mental well-being. 1. Avoid caffeine and sugar. Both caffeine and sugar can increase anxiety symptoms. Caffeine is a stimulant that can increase your heart rate and make you feel jittery, while sugar spikes can lead to crashes that worsen mood swings. 2. Eat regularly. Skipping meals can cause blood sugar levels to drop, which can trigger feelings of irritability and anxiety. Eating small, balanced meals throughout the day can keep your energy levels steady. Sun. Focus on whole foods. Whole grains, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats provide the nutrients your brain needs to function optimally. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds, have been shown to help reduce anxiety. 4. Stay hydrated. Dehydration can cause symptoms similar to anxiety, such as dizziness, irritability, and headaches. Drink plenty of water throughout the day to keep your body and mind functioning at their best. Journaling and self-reflection. Sometimes, anxiety can feel like a constant, overwhelming presence, especially if it's difficult to pinpoint what's causing it. Journaling can be a powerful tool to help you process your feelings and identify patterns in your anxiety. Try starting your day with a simple journaling routine. 1. Write down your thoughts as soon as you wake up. This helps clear your mind before the day begins and can give you insight into the root causes of your anxiety. 2. Reflect on your emotions throughout the day. How do certain events or situations affect your mental state?
By writing these down, you can begin to notice triggers or recurring themes in your anxiety. 3. End your day with gratitude. Write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. Gratitude has been shown to help reduce anxiety and improve overall mental well-being.
Journaling allows you to express your feelings in a safe space, helping to release built-up emotions and gain clarity. It's a form of self-therapy that can help you understand your mind better. Seeking professional help. While the techniques we've discussed so far can be incredibly helpful, there's no shame in seeking professional help if anxiety is taking a serious toll on your life. Therapy, especially cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is one of the most effective treatments for anxiety. CBT helps you identify and change negative thought patterns that fuel your anxiety, equipping you with tools to manage your symptoms. If you find that your anxiety is significantly impacting your daily life, such as causing problems at work, in relationships, or with your overall health, it's time to reach out to a therapist, counselor, or psychiatrist. Medications like selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, are sometimes prescribed to help manage anxiety, but they work best when combined with therapy and lifestyle changes. Remember, anxiety is treatable. You don't have to suffer in silence. Anxiety is a complex and often overwhelming condition, but it's something you can overcome with the right tools and mindset. The strategies we've covered today, from changing your thought patterns and practicing mindfulness to exercising and seeking professional help, are all powerful ways to take control of your anxiety and live a more peaceful, fulfilling life. If you're feeling overwhelmed, remember that you're not alone. Millions of people struggle with anxiety every day, but with the right approach, you can regain control and start living the life you deserve. It's time to stop letting anxiety dictate your life and take the first step toward healing today.